Hey, this is Barbara Shannon, Executive Coach to the C-Suite here in San Francisco, and I am so delighted to be talking to you today about something that is near and dear to my heart, and I am guessing it's near and dear to yours too. And that subject is the subject of values, as in core values, as in your values and my values. And the way in which having a set of well-embedded, well-lived values in your business can be the secret sauce that takes you from good to great, especially in today's competitive labor market and incredibly competitive markets. So what are we talking about here? We are talking about the Values Trifecta. Today's best companies are approaching values in a way that really is old values on steroids from three angles. So employee, customer, and social. And let's take a look at the 5 levers that that having well-embedded values in these 3 arenas can drive in your business. The first is employee retention. And you might say, well, obviously, right? But let's think about it. When you're really clear and you've branded your values, you're not just attracting employees from maybe another company that doesn't have such clear values, but you actually are attracting the right employees for you, the ones who want to work for you because of what you stand for and how that aligns with what they believe. So it's not only a shorter cycle time from an open position to a filled position, it's not only a lower cost of employee, but it's also a better fit employee, which is what we all want. The second driver is innovative thinking. And this occurs when you use values such as diversity, equity, inclusion, psychological safety. We know from the latest research on what drives creativity and innovation that a huge driver is when we feel that we can be authentically who we are, we feel safe in the environment, then the creative juices start going. Then we start sharing our ideas. Then we start bouncing ideas off of one another. So this is the way in which having those kind of values drives innovation inside your company. The third is employee pride. And well, you might think, of course, they're innovating. It's true. When you're innovating, you've got colleagues who think and believe what you believe, and you have a company that is supporting the environment in which we work, whether that's the neighborhood, whether it has to do with environmental awareness, but I'm proud to work for that kind of company. I'm proud to work with colleagues who value the customer. I'm proud to work with colleagues who value a quality product. And so that employee pride is strongly driven by a values-based culture. And when you have these 3 things working, you get customer happiness. Now you might think, well, of course, because we're producing better products and services, and that makes the customer happy. That is true. And there's more. We know today that almost 30% of the buying public, and I just read this, I don't know if you're aware of it, but almost 30% of the buying public is choosing products and services based on what that company or those products and services stand for. So your customer is not only happy because you've got a great product, they're happy because they're aligned with an organization or an entity that they feel represents something that's important to them in the world. And that creates customer happiness at a level that drives, guess what? Evangelism. Priceless. So this is the way having core values, that cross-section between the customer and social, and then they meet your employees you have continuity in your workforce, and the employees are aligned with the customer values, and now you've got evangelism happening in a way that money can't buy. And lastly, customer connectivity. And customer connectivity happens at the intersection of employee values and customer values, employee happiness and customer happiness. Why is that? What exactly is happening there at that inflection point? What's happening is partnership. Because we already speak the same language. We already care about the same things. So the ability to partner with your customer to create a better product or service or have a better, bigger impact is there waiting for you to catalyze it. So there you have it. These are the 5 drivers that power your business from good to great in today's tight labor market and competitive environment when they are well embedded in the three arenas of the values trifecta. So I hope this has been helpful to you and interesting, and if this is something you've been thinking about, and I bet it has, or I bet it is, and you happen to be in the Bay Area, I'd like to extend an invitation to you. Some of you know I host a speaker series called the CEO Speaker Series, where I bring in a special guest and we talk about topics that are of interest to people who own and run companies. And our next one coming up is going to be focused on the Values Trifecta. My special guest is Miyoko Shinner, the CEO of Miyoko's Creamery. She is a nationally known speaker. She is a powerhouse leader of an extremely value-based business. In fact, she's got her company values tattooed on her arm. She's also a dear friend of mine, and I'd be thrilled for you to meet her. Here's the thing. The CEO Speaker Series is a small invite-only audience. I think we only have room for about 40 people. But if you are one of the first 3 to send me an email and request to be my guest, I would be thrilled to make room for you at the table to make sure your name is on the guest list. So if you'd like to join us, it's on April 24th from 5 to 7:30 in San Francisco. If you email me, I will be happy to send you the details, and I'd love to have you be my special guest. Again, come hear us on April 25th. That's a Thursday from 5 to 7:30 p.m. We're going to talk about the Values Trifecta, and we're really going to get into how companies actually do this. There'll be plenty of takeaways and actionable items, not to mention a great crowd. So send me an email, barbara@shannon-solutions.com, and I'll put the links to the research that supports this down below with this video, and would love to see you on the 25th. Thanks. See you next time.